daughter of Shua, and he married her. When he slept with her, she became pregnant and gave birth to a son, and he named the boy Er. Then she became pregnant again and gave birth to another son, and she named him Onan. And when she gave birth to a third son, she named him Shelah. At the time of Shelah's birth, they were living at Kezib. In the course of time, Judah arranged for his firstborn son, to marry a young woman named Tamar. But was a wicked man in the Lord's sight. So the Lord, yes, he did. And he's not here. And then Judah said to brother, Onan, go and marry Tamar, as our law requires of the brother of a man who has passed away. You must produce an heir for your brother. But Onan was not willing to have a child who would not be his own heir. So whenever he had relations with his brother's wife, he spilled stuff on the ground. And this prevented her from having a child who would belong to her brother. The Lord considered it evil for Onan to deny a child to his passed away brother. So Onan is no longer here anymore. Then Judah said to Tamar, his daughter-in-law, go back to your parents' home, remain a widow until my son Shelah is old enough to marry you. But Judah didn't really intend to do this because he was afraid Shelah would also not be here anymore like the two brothers. So Tamar went back to live in her father's home. Some years later, Judah's wife died. After the time of mourning was over, Judah and his friend Hira and the Adullamite went to Timnah to supervise the shearing of his sheep. Someone told Tamar, look, your father-in-law is going up to Timnah to shear his sheep. Tamar was aware that Shelah had grown up, but no arrangements had been made for her to come and marry him. So she changed out of her widow's clothing and covered herself with a veil to disguise herself. Then she sat beside the road at the entrance to the village of Enaim, which is on the road to Timnah. Judah noticed her and thought she was a businesswoman. And y'all know what I mean. Anyway, businesswoman. Let me see. Thank you. So, because she had covered her face, and that was a sign that she was in that business. And so he stopped, since she had covered her face. And he stopped and propositioned her. Let me have relations with you, he said, not realizing that she was his own daughter-in-law. How much will you pay for this? Tamar asked. I'll send you a young goat from my flock, Judah promised. But what will you give me to guarantee that you will send the goat? She asked. What kind of guarantee do you want? He replied. She answered, leave me your identification seal and its cord and the walking stick you are carrying. So Judah gave them to her. Then he had relations with her and she became pregnant. Afterwards, she went back home, took off her veil, and put on her widow's clothing as usual. Later, Judah asked his friend Hira, however, the Adullamite, to take the young goat to the woman and to pick up the things he had given her as his guarantee. Bahira could not find her. So he lived there. Where can I find the businesswoman, the shrine businesswoman, who was sitting beside the road at the entrance to Enaim? We've never had a shrine businesswoman here, they replied. So Hira returned to Judah and told him, I couldn't find her anywhere. And the village claims they've never had a shrine businesswoman there. Then let her keep the things I gave her, Judah said. I sent the young goat as we agreed, but you couldn't find her. We'd be the laughingstock of the village if we went back again to look for her. About 3 months later, Judah was told, Tamar, your daughter-in-law, has acted like a businesswoman, and now, because of this, she's pregnant. Bring her out and let her be burned, Judah demanded. But as they were taking her out to unalive her, she sent this message to her father-in-law. The man who owns these things is the one who made me pregnant. Look closely. Whose seal and cord and walking stick are these? Judah recognized them immediately. She is more righteous than I am because I didn't arrange for her to marry my son Shelah. And Judah never had relationship with Tamar again. When the time came for Tamar to give birth, it was discovered that she was carrying twins. While she was in labor, one of the babies reached out his hand. The midwife grabbed it and tied a scarlet string around the child's wrist, announcing this one came out first. But then he pulled back his hand, and out came his brother. What? The midwife exclaimed. How did you break out first? So he was named Perez. Then the baby with the scarlet string on his wrist was born, and he was named Zerah. Now, that was a lot of trying to not say stuff.
You did
Kind of clumsy, but anyway, y'all got the idea.
Good job, Cindy. Good job.
Thank you.
Yes. And the reason why this part right here is in the Bible, to break up the monotony of the other, is because this is the line of Jesus
It is.
through Judah. Even though both situations was bad, God puts it in a way for him to work his plan.
God will, no matter what we do, God's will be done. Period.
Absolutely.
And I don't think it's to break it up because it's boring. The Bible, it gets more exciting every time I read in here. This is like, whoa.
It said it was
And,
to add mystery and intrigue.
And again, because this is God showing us over and over that we can try to control it, but he will work.